Welcome to Rango Stories.
Emma, Sandra, and Peter were not your average kids. While most spent their weekends playing video games or hanging out at the mall, these three had a passion for adventure. Whether it was exploring old buildings, solving mysteries, or uncovering hidden treasures, they were always on the lookout for the next big discovery. One summer morning, as the sun rose over their small town, Peter came running into the treehouse they had built in Emma's backyard. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he waved an old, yellowed map in the air.
"You guys won't believe what I found in my grandpa's attic," he exclaimed, panting from his sprint.
Emma grabbed the map and spread it out on the wooden table. It was old, with faded ink and strange markings. At the bottom, written in an elegant, swirling script, were the words, "The Path to Emberfall." Sandra adjusted her glasses and studied the map closely.
Emberfall. That name sounds familiar.
She murmured. Then, her eyes widened.
Wait, I remember now. My dad told me a legend about a lost city hidden deep in the mountains. People say it was filled with golden statues, glowing waterfalls, and secrets lost to time.
Peter grinned.
Exactly. And I think this map shows the way.
Emma's heart pounded.
A lost city. A real treasure hunt. This was the adventure of a lifetime.
The journey begins. The trio packed their bags with snacks, flashlights, ropes, and Sandra's homemade gadgets. By noon, they were on their bikes, heading toward the dense forest on the outskirts of town. The map led them through a narrow dirt trail, surrounded by towering trees and chirping birds. As they walked deeper into the woods, the air grew cooler, and the sunlight barely reached the ground. The path twisted and turned, leading them over small streams and under fallen logs.
According to the map, we should be looking for a stone archway.
Emma said, holding the paper carefully.
That's where the entrance to Emberfall is supposed to be.
After what felt like hours, Sandra suddenly stopped.
Look over there.
She pointed ahead. Between two massive oak trees stood a crumbling stone arch, covered in vines and moss. At its center, a strange symbol was etched into the stone, a swirling flame surrounded by three circles. Peter reached out and touched it. The moment his fingers brushed against the symbol, the ground beneath them trembled. A deep, rumbling sound echoed through the forest as the archway slid open, revealing a dark tunnel leading underground. Emma's breath caught in her throat.
This is it.
She whispered. Without hesitation, the three friends stepped inside. The hidden city. The tunnel led them down a long, winding staircase. The air smelled of damp earth and ancient secrets. Sandra switched on her flashlight, casting eerie shadows on the walls. After several minutes, they emerged into a breathtaking cavern. Before them lay Emberfall. The city was unlike anything they had ever seen. Glowing crystals embedded in the walls bathed everything in a soft golden light. Beautiful stone buildings, covered in vines, lined the streets. A massive waterfall, glowing with an eerie blue shimmer, cascaded down from a towering cliff, filling the air with a soft, musical sound.
It's incredible.
Sandra breathed. Peter pointed to the center of the city, where a grand temple stood, its doors slightly ajar.
I bet that's where the real treasure is.
Excitement surged through them as they raced toward the temple. The doors creaked as they pushed them open, revealing a grand hall lined with statues of ancient warriors, their eyes made of shimmering emeralds. At the far end, sitting atop a pedestal, was a large golden book. Emma stepped forward carefully.
This must be the true treasure of Emberfall,
she said, reaching out to touch the book. Suddenly, the statue's eyes glowed. The ground trembled once more, and the sound of stone grinding against stone filled the air. The statues moved. The Guardian's challenge. One of the statues stepped forward, its voice deep and echoing.
To claim the treasure of Emberfall, you must prove your worth. Answer this riddle, or leave this place forever.
Emma gulped and nodded.
We're ready.
The statue's stone mouth opened.
I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
Sandra's eyes widened.
I know this one.
She whispered.
It's an echo.
Emma took a deep breath and said.
The answer is an echo.
For a moment, there was silence. Then, the statue's eyes dimmed, and they returned to their original positions. The trembling stopped. Peter let out a nervous laugh.
That was close.
The golden book suddenly glowed, and the pages flipped open on their own. The words inside shimmered, as if written with pure light. Sandra leaned over to read them aloud.
This book contains the lost knowledge of Emberfall, the wisdom of an ancient civilization.
Emma smiled.
This is even better than treasure. This is history.
Carefully, they closed the book and carried it out of the temple. As they stepped outside, they noticed the glowing crystals were starting to fade. The city, once alive, was slowly returning to sleep. By the time they reached the tunnel, the stone archway rumbled once more and sealed itself behind them. Emberfall had hidden itself away once again. When they finally returned home, they knew they had discovered something truly special. The golden book now rested safely in Sandra's lab, waiting to reveal more secrets. As the sun set over their town, Emma, Sandra, and Peter sat in their treehouse, already planning their next adventure. Because for them, the world was full of mysteries, and they were just getting started.